This law emphasizes that influence over people is most powerful when it is subtle, emotional, and psychological. While many attempt to gain power through force, intimidation, or manipulation, these methods often backfire in the long term. Emotional influence, on the other hand, creates loyalty, trust, and genuine support. In this in-depth exploration of Law 43, we will break down what it means, why it works, how to apply it, and why it is essential for anyone seeking lasting power. Why working on the hearts and minds matters. When you control someone through fear or force, you create resistance. People may comply, but they do so reluctantly, often waiting for a chance to rebel. Fear-based power is inherently unstable. The moment your control slips, your influence evaporates. Emotional power, however, creates a strong foundation. People influenced emotionally are more likely to remain loyal even in adversity. To work on the hearts and minds of others means to make them feel valued and understood. Connect with their desires and fears. Build trust over time. Use empathy to guide their behavior. This law is about establishing an emotional connection that makes people want to follow you, not feel obligated to. When people are emotionally invested in you, they will defend, support, and uplift you. The psychology behind the law. Humans are emotional creatures. Logic and facts matter, but decisions are often driven by feelings. A person who feels appreciated will be more productive. A customer who feels understood will be more loyal. A follower who feels respected will be more dedicated. To influence hearts and minds, you must first understand what drives people. Fear of failure, rejection, loss, irrelevance. Desire, for love, power, recognition, security. Ego, everyone wants to feel important. Belonging, people want to be part of something meaningful. By aligning your actions, words, and strategies with these internal motivators, you increase your influence. Case studies of Law 43 in action. 1. Nelson Mandela. Mandela emerged from 27 years in prison not with vengeance, but with forgiveness. He understood that lasting peace in South Africa could not come from punishing white oppressors, but from winning their hearts and minds. By embracing his former enemies, he diffused their fear and created a new national unity. 2. Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln was known for appointing political rivals to his cabinet. Instead of punishing or sidelining them, he worked to understand their perspectives, earn their respect, and unified them under a common cause. His ability to work on their hearts and minds made him one of the most effective leaders in U.S. history. 3. Steve Jobs. Jobs inspired loyalty not through kindness, but through vision. He made people believe they were part of something revolutionary. He connected emotionally with both employees and customers by framing Apple products as tools to change the world. Practical ways to apply Law 43. 1. Practice empathy. Listen more than you speak. Understand the emotional state of others. What worries them? What excites them? Use that knowledge to frame your communication. 2. Build personal relationships. Know people by name. Remember details about their lives. Check in without an agenda. These small gestures build deep trust. 3. Communicate with emotional intelligence. Tailor your message to resonate emotionally. Use stories, metaphors, and vision. Don't just inform, inspire. 4. Praise publicly, criticize privately. People crave recognition. Public praise boosts morale and loyalty. When correction is needed, do it privately and respectfully. 5. Create a sense of belonging. Make others feel like they are part of something larger than themselves. Use inclusive language, we instead of I, our mission instead of my goal. 6. Lead with authenticity. People can sense manipulation. Be honest, even when it's difficult. Transparency builds emotional credibility. What to avoid? 1. Manipulation. There is a fine line between influence and manipulation. If people feel used, they will turn against you. 2. Arrogance. Never make people feel inferior. Power should uplift others, not crush them. 3. Emotional indifference. Ignoring the emotional state of others will lead to disconnect. You must stay attuned to how people feel. 4. One-size-fits-all approaches. What works for one person might not work for another. Customize your approach based on individual personalities. The long-term benefits. Working on hearts and minds isn't a quick fix, it's a long-term strategy. But the rewards are deep. Loyalty, people will stand by you through difficulty. Influence, your ideas will carry more weight. Reputation, you will be seen as a trustworthy leader. Stability, emotional investment creates a strong network. In organizations, this approach leads to higher retention, better performance, and a healthier culture. In personal relationships, it leads to deeper bonds and mutual respect. When to use Law 43. When leading a team or organization. During conflict resolution. In negotiations. In mentorship or coaching roles. When trying to gain support for a cause or vision. Summary: power that lasts. Law 43 teaches that the deepest, most enduring power is emotional. Win the heart, and the mind will follow. This law is not about being soft, it is about being strategic. Influence that stems from emotional connection is harder to break, harder to challenge, and more respected. Anyone can bark orders. Anyone can threaten. But the true master of power is the one who can look into another person's soul, understand what moves them, and gently guide them in a direction that serves both of your interests. Robert Greene reminds us, when you move people emotionally, you bind them to you with invisible chains. Follow Law 43, and you won't need to chase power. People will offer it to you willingly.